Hey everyone, my name is Tasia. Welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This week I'm going to be planning in my Hobo Weeks planner, and I'm going to be using the Kawaii kit that just revealed. Sign-ups for this kit is available from February 1st through February 10th, and it's just this super cute like stationery lover kit. So I thought that would be perfect for this week. So let's get started. Let me make sure I have my tweezers because I'm definitely going to need that for the numerical portion. But let's go ahead and start with the date covers. So when it comes to this kit, you have 5 strips of date covers. So the bottom washi is going to be this really pretty rainbow, and then the top I have these color options. So I just want to make sure that I am choosing the colors that I want. I think I'm going to put the blue on the top, pink for the date, and then of course the bottom washi. So let's get this down. As always, I'm going to be doing the perimeter of the planner, and then I'm going to move through the weekly layout. There are some really fun changes when it comes to this kit, similar to the monthly subscription. If you guys tuned in for that one, for the April kit, I changed the size of the full boxes for some of the full boxes and things like that, and I think it works so nicely with this planner. What is Monday? Monday's the 3rd, right? Yes. I should have checked that before I put that down. Before I forget, I'll just go ahead and put these numbers down. I always flip-flop numbers when I am talking and filming, so let's concentrate for a second. I love using tweezers when putting down the small stickers because there's no way that my chubby little fingers are going to be able to place these down where I need them to be and straight. So I use these tweezers here. I would just Google these if you wanted to find them, like a needle nose tweezer. These came with the printers that I use, so it's a really off brand. I don't even think there is a brand. It says Engineer on there. But any needle nose tweezer would work. They have crafting tweezers that would also work really well because the tip is going to be a little more delicate. This one is pretty pointy, pretty sharp, so it can dent the sticker if you're not careful. 3 more days, 7, 8, and 9. Once we get these down, we'll put the bottom washi, we'll put the top washi, and then hopefully it'll be smooth sailing. I feel like the changes really make planning and decorating in this planner a lot easier because I don't want to say it's mindless, but it takes a lot of, like, there was a lot of strategy involved with the layout of the other stickers, the way they were sized. They worked, it just took more thought than necessary sometimes. So I really like the changes. So I always start from the inside going out when it comes to the bottom washi. I just like to line up the corner, anchor that down, and then just guide it down so it's straight. And then let's put this one down. I'm going to put it in reverse so that way the gradient is going, you know, in the right direction. Because if I did it this way, it would still look nice, but it would be almost like it's repeating. This one, it looks like it's just continuing. So put this down, and then we'll put the top washi. Ooh, it's going down a little crooked. That's okay. So we have that. Where did my top washi sheet go? And I decided on blue. So we're going to put this one down. I'll do this side first. Not much going on this week, I don't think. Nothing big, at least. We're going to be working on taxes because I should have all my W-2s in by the time this week rolls around, because technically they were supposed to get to us by today, which is the 31st. So hopefully we have all of those. I get to forward them on over to my accountant and get that terrible process going. I hate taxes. We pay quarterly taxes, of course, because we don't want to get buried, for sure. It's our obligation to pay quarterly taxes, but it always scares me. Like, what if we calculated something wrong? I always get so nervous, so I'm sure everything will be fine, but oof, I hate taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the blank schedules and the habit trackers. So the blank schedules is on page 3. The habit trackers are on page 8. I'm going to put the habit trackers on the bottom. What colors do I want to do? I guess I'll do purple, pink, and blue. Yeah, let's do it. Or do I want to like spice it up with these colors? I never lean towards reds and oranges, but since these are a little more pastel, they kind of work for me. So for the habit trackers, I like to put 2. I like to track my water, which I didn't realize would be such a hot topic for you guys. I drink a lot of water, and it's actually not a lot of water. So my goal is about 70 ounces a day. But if you think about it, everybody was so worried about my nutrients and my minerals being washed away and drinking too much. And I promise you guys, I'm fine. I'm being safe. It was recommended by my doctor. It's not like I chug it all at once. It's definitely a gradual thing throughout the day. If you look at recommendations for water, there's a lot of different stories out there when it comes to water. Of course, there's the 8 cups, 8 ounces. That's the easiest one to remember. That would be 64 ounces, so about 9 ounces less than what my goal is. There's also some studies that show 11 and a half. It's like, oh, I forget the numbers, but basically it was even more than what I'm drinking. And I think ultimately it comes down to, if you're thirsty, drink. If you're not, you're probably fine, but to kind of keep an eye on it. And the thing with me is I'm always thirsty, and I'm always trying, and it's because I neglect myself on certain days. Like I'll go a day and my goal will not be hit by like a long shot, and I feel like I pay for it the next day, and I feel more dehydrated, that I'm working to kind of catch myself back up. So anyways, long story short, I'm safe. It's okay. It's not a lot of water to me. I'm chunky, you guys. Like, I'm not even drinking half of my weight when it comes to ounces in water, and I work out every day. And again, it was instructed by my doctor, so I just want to put y'all at ease, because you guys seemed really worried, and I appreciate it. But I was really caught off guard. I had no idea. So anyways, I put down the blank habit trackers and the schedule. When it comes to these other full boxes, I love them because they're nice and long and I can stretch them across. So I don't know how I want to do this. If I want to put this up top, kind of like a header or something. Maybe I'll do this one. A few of my favorite things. Oh, but I really love these ones. I can also use them and like span them across, although it will cover the date cover. But on a day that I'm really not doing much, I think that would work really nicely. Let me see. I'll be your guinea pig to see how it'll look. If I lay it there, the stickers are completely removable. So if you don't like the way it goes down, you can always change it. So see, it would cover exactly. It would go right over the date covers. And personally, like, that would be super fun if you had a birthday or something fun that you wanted to celebrate. I don't really have that going on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it blank, or not use it on this side. I'm gonna use it on this side, but I'm gonna stack a few stickers, I think, because I always have a lot more room on this side than I need, looking at the past few weeks. So let's go ahead and put one of these cute little sayings on the top, and then we'll put this one right under it, kind of absorb some space like that, and like that. I don't know how I feel about that, but we're gonna leave it for now, and we're gonna work on this side. So let's go ahead and put down the checklist. The checklists are these super cute little mild liner looking things. I always put checklists on the day, even if I'm not using it as a checklist. I like how it looks, like the uniformity of it. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down. And then just backtracking to the whole water thing, I hope you guys I don't want to come across like I'm ungrateful for your concern, because I truly am. If I was going in blindly and I didn't know what was going on, then I would appreciate it. I still appreciate it, but I just thought it was really funny. But anyways, let's move on. I feel bad, you guys. I don't know why I feel bad for letting that out. But anyways, what can we talk about? Zach and I went out and got our passports today, or we paid for them. They're so expensive. Oregon is such a silly state in the sense that everybody is getting these real IDs, and the real IDs are going to be required to travel after a certain date. I want to say like October or something like that. And of course, our state is not compliant, and we won't even be issuing the IDs to be compliant until July. My license expires in May, and so I'm going to go ahead and get it done, in May. And my fear is that we're going to have so many people trying to go into the DMV, which sucks already, and trying to get their real IDs. So our governor or mayor or whoever she is comes on the TV. She has like a commercial, and she just recommends that, yeah, this is happening, so you should just go ahead and get your passport, which is fine because we wanted to travel this year, but passports are expensive. Like Zach and I dropped, I think it was $110 per passport, and then it was an additional $90 for our photos and like the city fees or whatever it may be. And I just thought about the families that maybe they can't get their real ID in time, so they're gonna need the passport to travel. That stinks. That's a lot of money. I'm like really irritated with our state that they dilly-dallied so long. But anywho's, let's go ahead and put down the full boxes along the side here. So I believe that's on page 5. I'm gonna go ahead and use, do I want to do solid or do I want to do, I think I'll do these open ones. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down. But anyways, traveling. So Zach and I have been really wanting to travel. I've been really wanting to go somewhere that we haven't been before. And so this is gonna sound funny, but this is what we're debating between. Zach's never been to Disney World. And we want, like, Disney World would be a lot of fun, but we hate the heat, and it is in Florida, and it's gonna be hot and humid. So that's a deterrent for sure. And then 2, we paid for these passports. I want to use them. So I've been thinking about doing maybe a cruise for international travel. I've never been on a cruise, but I really want to see Ireland, just places throughout Europe. I'm not really picky on where I go, but I just thought that would be kind of a fun way to do it because it's kind of like someone's holding my hand a little bit. We'll be able to do like day excursions and things, but then at the same time, I don't get to go to the beat of my own drum. I'm kind of, you are doing what they're doing basically. So I don't know. Have you guys gone on cruises? How do you guys feel about cruises? What cruise line did you use? I would love to hear all of your experiences, negative, positive, all of that, because it's a big decision. It's expensive. Oh, and we would of course, we would close the shop while we're gone because there's no way I want to let things pile up while we're away. We have to plan it between subscriptions, so my travel dates will definitely have to be after, like after the 15th, but before the 5th. Like, it's so specific because I need to make sure that the subscriptions get out on time and all of that kind of good stuff. So, oh, I don't know. I'm the type that once I start thinking about something, I have to get to a solution or have to have it like wrapped up. I need to get over it before I can move on. Like, it is consuming me. All I think about is where to go, what to do, what are we doing, like trip. And then I think I'm driving Zach crazy. He's like, why don't you just think about it? It's like, I am thinking about it all the time. That's why I need to make a decision. Once we make a decision, say, okay, we're gonna, do Ireland and Norway or something like that on this day, then it will leave my mind and I will be able to fixate on something else. I can't be the only one who does that. It's just, I know it really irritates him because most people will be like, yeah, I'll take a few days to think about it. And they will go about their life and maybe think about other things during those few days. But me, I can't. It's just constant. So, anywho's, we have this laid out. I think for, I don't know what I'm gonna write in this. I really wasn't thinking when I put this down, but I do want to put a little strip of washi tape of some sort over here to make a list. So I think I'm gonna, I see this washi tape over here sitting in my little container, and it's this like pretty minty color. I think it will match really nicely. So we're gonna use that. And then, you know what I'm looking for. Something to make a header. This could be my header, I suppose. Let me grab my scissors and notch this out a little bit. But anyways, maybe hearing your guys' feedback on cruises will help me decide. Because I only have a few people that I can talk to. My mom loves cruises. She recommends them all the time. And so she's like very biased. Oops. Take that out. My only fear is, like, of course we could travel internationally and we could just go to the beat of our own drum. But the beat is going to be my drum. And it's going to require like a lot of work to plan it all out, make sure everything's good. You know, it's gonna be 100% me. Zach is great, but that boy is not a planner at all. And so if I don't do it, I'm afraid like we'll show up and I'll be like, so, you know, what's this? And he'll be like, I don't know. Then we'll be like in big trouble. So that's where I'm at with the cruise and why I'm kind of leaning towards it, because someone else is going to kind of figure all of that out for me. The only things I know for sure if I take a cruise is I'm gonna want a room with some sort of balcony or something. Because I would stuck to stay in like this little cubed off thing and not really see much. We are not partiers at all, so I don't want to be doing no carnival cruise or anything like that. Like, the older the crowd, the better for me. Oh my gosh, I don't like this. I'm gonna pull it up. Maybe the pink would look better. This would look good, but it's a little too minty in comparison to the blue that's right there. If the blue wasn't right there, perhaps it would be a little, like, a little more acceptable, but it just didn't work. So, of course, I'm not gonna be able to find that washi tape that I use all the time. My desk is a wreck. Nothing here, no. Oof, maybe we'll revisit this and just move on. Okay, moving on. So let's go ahead and fill in some of the details. When it comes to writing on the planner, I'm going to be using my Uniball Signo 0.38. When it comes to writing on the stickers, I'm going to be using my Micro Perm number 3. I showed this in my last video and somebody had a really good question. What's the difference between this and the tan barrel? I'm trying to look in my pen cup afar. Let me grab it really quick. I'll show you. So there's these, and they're micron, and they have a number, so this would be the micron number 5. This is a micro perm, so that's the difference. This one is permanent, this one is not. So I believe, I'm like 99% sure. Let's test it. Yeah, definitely not permanent because it's just beading right up off of the vinyl, so you can just wipe it right off. Versus this, definitely permanent, micro perm, so it will write on the stickers and it looks really great. They come in 3 packs. It comes with a number 3, a number 1, and a number 5. And I mentioned this last time, the number 1 for me, way too thin. But the 3 and the 5 work really well. I feel like the 3 is the best for me. So let's go ahead and start filling in some of the details. We're gonna do skincare. I got some new stuff for skincare. I went to Sephora, I mentioned last week, and they did like this hydrofacial because I was having a lot of skin problems. Like, it was just textured. Thankfully, all gone. I've been using the Dr. Gross alpha beta peels, and it kind of just cleared itself up. So very happy about that. And I've been using the Sunday Riley Good Genes lactic acid all-in-one, something like that. And I feel like maybe there's a difference, but can't say for sure. It definitely hasn't been enough time. So definitely doing skincare. And then the whole water debacle thing. So water, skincare. This I think I will use for my employees' schedule because we have 2 employees now. We have Amanda and Christy. They're working 3 days a week. So actually not going to do that because that really not very effective. Let's use it for my Pilates schedule. So we'll go ahead and write out Pilates. I've been trying to make a Pilates sticker. My niece Mia, she helps me with, you know, drawing sometimes. She made the cutest thing. She took my pixie girl and she made her trying to do like this crunch. And it's really funny. So I think we might do that and for a sticker. But anyways, I'm gonna write down the different workouts that I do every week. I follow this guy, his name's John Gary, on online, and so I watch his videos and I do his workouts. So I'm gonna write those on so I can keep track of that. And then for these boxes here, I'm gonna go ahead and write my menu in. So let's go ahead and do that. So Zach and I did a little bit of menu planning today while we were out and about. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer that information, just making sure that's dry. So we're gonna make corned beef patties. Sorry if you guys can hear Ellie running amok. So corned beef patties, when we make that, it makes so much. We're able to eat it for like dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we're gonna go ahead and just write leftovers here. And I'm just gonna put an LO on there actually because I'm lazy. And then on Wednesday, we wanted to go ahead and make Mochiko Chicken. It's super yummy. And again, that's something that produces a lot of leftovers. I love making dishes. I'm okay with eating leftovers one day, but after that, no bueno. So I make enough to cover some meals, so I don't need to be cooking so much. So we have that. We have the Mochiko chicken. And another thing too, I write these on these days, but it's not necessarily that we're going to be eating it on this day. Sometimes we flip-flop it. Like maybe on Monday we'll make Mochiko chicken first. It just depends on how much time we have available on that day. So we have that. And then for this day we chose to do enchiladas and rice. The enchiladas that I do are super lazy. I don't roll them. It's like a casserole. If when I make it, I can show it on Instagram stories. But again, that makes a lot. So we're gonna have leftovers on that day. And then for this day, I don't think we planned out that far. Oh no, we did. We're gonna do the Korean, it's called Korean cheater beef. It's basically like this ground beef, but seasoned really yummy. It has peas. So we're gonna do that. Beef. And then let's go ahead and move on to all of the details. As you guys know, when it comes to details, I have a little trouble planning and talking at the same time. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. I will definitely still record, but I'll play some fun music and kind of finish this up and look for that darn washi tape. I know it's around here somewhere because I really wanna kind of seal this up because it looks really off. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely keep watching to see how this all comes together, and be sure to check us out on, I always say us, be sure to check me out on Instagram to see how it all came together, if I make any changes and things like that. So thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul, baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? I mean, I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul, and honey, I'll show you mine. I've been calling my shots down the middle, but I feel I'm scoring too little. So this time I'm gonna try a new play. Come at it from a whole nother angle. One doesn't reverse in here, so gonna set it all in motion here today. Baby, here I go. Boy, I'm thinking about taking this banner down. If you don't take no